I woke, same time as usual. I did my exercises, got changed, went downstairs. Mom and Dad were gone. Over on the table was a plate of breakfast that she made, covered in foil, with a note. It was short and sweet, but it wasn't like the old post-it notes I was used to getting, which had always just annoyed me. Made me wish he would stop leaving them. This one was nice. Morning, sweetie, early morning, so we can come home in time. Eat up. Honestly, if I'm ever getting to this part in any story, Inco's dad is going to be the cook, because professional chefs are men, but if you cook at home, it's a woman, but men do barbecues, and I honestly feel that Inco's dad is the kind of guy who, like, learned how to cook for no good reason. He started with barbecues, and it was like, you know what? I want to be the guy who makes the fancy sushi. And it just kept picking up from there. He kept showing up to random-ass parties with food because, he wanted to be the best guy. That's how he impressed his boss. That's how he got his leg up in the early parts of his business. So now he's just bribing everyone with random, high-quality food. And no one thinks it's weird. That is a good... Someone just raised a good point. So, there's an indeed YouTuber. His name is Z something. Hold on, let me pull up. Z Bashu, and he made a video today about, like, oh, high charisma and how that works out. And he really gets hung up on Hitler being in that book, and all I can tell you is, like, Z, you can say what you want about Hitler, but a lot of people listened to him when he was on that stage giving speeches, man. I don't know what to tell you, Z, but charisma does not make you a good person. I think you're talking about alignment there, buddy. If anything, the power of charisma, of being pretty, of having this magnetism, of having persuasion, makes you evil because you start using it to pull at people's strings, if anything, for your ends instead of their ends. Also, the reason Julius Caesar, Napoleon, and Hitler are mentioned in the same sentence is because they were all leaders of countries that went to fucking war. And D&D was written as a war game, with soldiers, of which the Third Reich had a lot of those, and they fought a lot of people. Like, that's what it's about. It's like these people got a bunch of people to fight for them. Like the characters in D&D who get a bunch of followers to activate traps and get fucking killed. And the whole discussion of, like, it's not tied to beauty is because men aren't pretty. And Gygax was probably insecure about that, considering he's not exactly the prettiest man around either. Although he might have been by contemporary standards of his time. You never know. Anyway, it goes up, and his mom left him some food, and I'm for some reason, I'm irrationally upset about that. We already have Sophia to be that character. Even had a little smiley in the corner. Ah, it's the little things, I lifted the foil, and the food managed to still be a bit warm. Awesome. How early do your parents fuck off? His whole thing was that he would go up on a stage and act like a TikTok e-boy and gather a crowd and cancel other people with a bat. What are you talking about? The trip on the metro was graced by Mr. Ferris, which I was happy to note. Good morning. How are you feeling today? Good morning. How are you feeling today? Good. I ran into Mia last night. His frown appeared immediately. What happened? Nothing really. We talked. Only talked? I nodded. Ben had been upset and she came to me for why. We talked. I think we reached some kind of understanding with each other, and she left. Mr. Ferris looked out the window of the metro as buildings passed by, and contemplated that. After a moment, his frown faded and nodded. That is good to hear. Miss Moretti was always a difficulty. I'm pleased to see you all growing into such a level. Level-headed? He threatened to have her fucking shot! You gonna leave that part out, Inco? How you literally escalated this to gun violence? Oh, he's so level-headed. Her recent actions must have seen to it that she was expelled from St. Hammond. I know, she told me. That came to surprise him slightly. I see, in that case. I don't believe she'll be a problem for you in the future. But this is a sign of trouble. I am always ready to lend my assistance. An ear to listen or otherwise. Uh, thanks, Mr. Ferris, I said, flashing him a smile. He returned the drink. I'm impressed you can smile, mister. My jaw doesn't fucking work anymore. Oh, I can't talk, but I can smile just fine. More so because the dude had this ego the size of the moon. That's a big ego. We only have room for one moon. Where do we put his ego? The rest of the time, they had small talk. Great ride. School began as usual. I met Damien in PE, and he was excited to bug me about how things went with Olivia. I gave him the general recap, but we didn't have too much time before Solly would enact his vengeance against student-housed muscles. We seemed quite pleased. So, the next step for her is to get her to open up to us? Yeah, I will talk to her about it today. Try and ride the momentum. Right on, man. I really hope we could go back to normal. I feel terrible about what I said. His brows pinched and a distant look of pain on his face. Patted him on the shoulder to reassure him. Oh, we'll figure it out. The whistle blew and I took my seat on the bleachers. Today was rope climbing, and I definitely didn't need to slip and land and hit my head like last time. Gym ended and I moved to AP Art. Olivia was there, waiting for me as always. She turned to me as I entered, and red dusted her face. Hey, she said as I sat down. Huh. So apparently they got a new teacher lined up. Supposed to start in a week or so. Oh? I doubt they'll ever match up to Mr. Yadikon, but it'd be nice to have a teacher that wants to teach, rather than that. She flicked her eyes to the sub who was scrolling. Listen, that sub is probably not even qualified to teach AP Art, Olivia. So where's the passion supposed to come from? The class came and went. As before, I traveled Olivia to the elevator. She used her key this time. The elevator rumbled down towards the first floor. She looked at me. I go ahead on to lunch. I'll meet you there. You got somewhere to be? Gotta talk to someone. Not Damien or Liz? She shook her head. You got this? I trusted her, but I couldn't help but be concerned. Things have been difficult for her, and the idea of her going off to tackle something on her own pained me, even it wasn't entirely fair. She looked me in the eyes again. I saw her. She was shocked. Jesus Christ, man! This is too many pronouns for the same person. Use some other words, unless it's like emphasis. And it's not, because the sentences don't rhyme properly. They don't got a tone. They don't got a fucking pentameter, buddy. You need the pentameter. Give me those jams. Jambe. We split off as she wheeled down the hallway. I watched her go for a moment, then turn away and head toward the cafeteria. As was the custom, I collected a generous helping of junk food. At this point in the year, I was pretty sure I was single-handedly maintaining the upkeep of those vending machines with my purchases. The treats were deposited, and Damien snatched a soda, as usual, before looking where Olivia should have been. She not coming? She said she had to talk to someone real quick. Didn't sound like it would take too long. He let out a small sigh of relief. So, you draw anything yet? Gonna make something huge and have Liz sell it when she opens up her business? I laughed, and Liz's head drooped down. Damien? What? If his art gets good, he's gonna need a talented lady like yourself to sell it for him, right? Look at him, Liz. Her cheeks flushed slightly at the compliment. Before looking at me, I gave her my best puppy-eyed expression, sunglasses lowered, exaggeratedly batting my eyelids. Ugh. Fluttering those eyelashes. Call them eyelashes, you fucking loser! If you're gonna be a little puppy boy, give us the cuteness. But no, that's for girls. Girls have eyelashes. Girls flutter them. You don't need fucking mascara to have them, Inco. You should know this. Men like you have standards. Metrosexual. What a weird concept that was. It's like, no, they're not gay, they're just metrosexual. Men aren't supposed to look pretty, except they're supposed to wear suits and take care of themselves and groom themselves and cut their hair. But that's not the same as women! It's so... You start to notice some really fucked up things where it's like... You really don't want to be compared to women, huh? No, men don't cook, they barbecue. Yeah, but men are professional chefs. Yeah, but that's different. They earn Michelin stars from the fucking car company. was literally just trying to sell you tires. No, but it's for men. It's so goofy. It's goofy. She groaned. Not if he keeps that up, she said. Her head rose to a green, but she had a smile on her face. Alas, my business enterprise was destroyed before it started. Me and Damien had a laugh. Olivia arrived about halfway through lunch. She looked tired, but otherwise not out of sorts. Damien clearly wanted to ask her what was up, but he maintained the delicate space between the two of them and left it to me. So, talk go well? I wasn't sure how private her talk was supposed to be, so it was time for a secret meeting of my own. I figured Damien might be a little put out to be left out. Don't use out like that. But he shot me a good thumbs up. I think so. Who'd you talk to? Ben, she answered, ripping open a bag of chips and began munching away. Ah, that made sense. Clear the air? She nodded. I hadn't mentioned it before, but I confronted him about how I was acting like that. And he told me about what he did to you, I wrote. Yeah, he mentioned. He found me before school started and said he wanted to talk at you. Figured you and me talking helped a lot. So maybe it was time I stopped holding a grudge and at least heard him out. She answered, keeping her voice long enough so I only get to hear it. So what did he say? Are we having a threesome? Wow, Inco. You really are horny, aren't you? He apologized for what he did. He told me why he got upset with me. He told me about why he got so upset with me, that he took things into his own hands. He didn't tell me exactly what his thing was. But I got the impression it was something that he couldn't really tell people about. I nodded. He told me what it was, but I promised I wouldn't. He told me what it was, but I promised I wouldn't say anything. Inco Noted. Wink! Listen, just use the Spanish verb. Escribo. Yo escribo. Actually, I don't know how in Spanish they handle stuff like this, because it might be different. She looked at me, searching my eyes for... What is she looking for? She already has potato chips, man. Before nodding and returning her focus back to the snacks. See, she already has chips. Completely forgot about them, because your eyes look like little caviars. Makes sense. You were never together. Promise is a promise. Be wrong to break that. But he had told me his reasons, and I'm still mad at him. It was a terrible thing to do and say, but I think I get where he was coming from, at least a little. It was a shit thing to do, but he isn't evil. He wasn't trying to destroy my life, even if he did hurt me pretty bad. I reached my hand out and grabbed her free one. I apologized, too. I should have been a better person and sought him out. I explained to him what he did hurt me. No, wait. Oh, fuck. Just fucking up any semblance of how this is supposed to work. I apologize, too. Should have been a better person and sought him out. Explained him what he did hurt me. Maybe not directly, but I have for 400 years now. Should have been better. Imagine being compared to a woman. Terrifying. Definitely not something I thought about before. Yeah, ma'am. Drag queens, femboys, trans women. If you're this desperate to not be compared to a woman, all those things are bad now. Because all of those things imply that your manliness might just be something you're putting up because you're afraid to recognize you're just fucking stupid. Just be stupid, my man. Be the dumbest motherfucker you can be. And live that life. If all you care about is standards and traditions, the most you can do is shoot yourself in the foot. It's not going to help. It never does. You want to know why I stand behind that sometimes men are women and women are men? It's because it's not a hill worth dying on. The only thing you're going to get out of it is that people think you're fucking loser. And if you want to be a loser, go ahead. It's a great way to get there. Fast fucking track. Zero effort. Because personally, this is maybe just a Dutch thing. But out here we say, just be yourself. And you're weird enough. And with that comes the perspective that you really shouldn't give a shit what someone else is. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, Luigi, if the princess wants to be a prince, that's fine by me. I thought you were dating a Mario. Well, guess I should explain something about why I was dating her. Oh, Mario, I should have seen it coming. You were dating her just to get access to her fantastic wealth. Oh, you know it. A plumber like me with a kingdom? Now that's what I call a promotion. So if she wants to be a he, no hair off my mustache. Mario, that's cruel. But on the other hand, it's not like anyone else is dating her. just like Mario's been doing this whole time, not because he's a nice guy, but it's like, man, being a plumber pays shit. I barely get paid. Blue-collar workers are left in the dust by the monarchy. Who am I supposed to unionize with, Luigi? You? Mario, you're a plumber, not a prospector. Oh, Luigi, I dig around a lot of dirt in my business. I know a little bit about gold digging. I still love I just love the idea of Bowser finding out and be like, man, you sure about this princess? Because I'm not that guy. Oh. I do like that about Mario Wonder, you know. Bowser Jr. is like, man, my dad's busy trying to take over the world, but he needs a little R&R too, so let me try to get something to make him happy. What a good kid. Fucking family goals. Father-son goals. I always liked Bowser Jr., though. Ever since Mario Sunshine, I think that's the first time I saw him. I thought he was kind of cute, you know. Like, just a cute kid trying to be a good kid for his good dad. And then Bowser's like, I need to enact parental controls for my son. It's like, come on, man. I want to pat both of you for being such good boys. What a model family. Puts a tear in my eye. Just, you know. Better now than ever, I offered. Yeah, I think it helped. But not okay. Not okay yet, at least. It'll take a while, but he seemed genuinely sorry about how things had shaken out. Yeah, he did. We sat quietly for a moment as she chomped away at the chips in front of her. Okay, I think it'll turn out okay. I know. That said, we should probably also talk to the Paynes. They're hurting too. She looked at me, then at Damien across the table. Wood quickly whipped his head around to try and act like he wasn't staring. She snorted out a laugh. Yeah, they are. Making you come with me today. I know I'm pretty sure they'll accept my apology, but I can only do it if you got my back. She asked, fingers interlacing with mine. Every step of the way, I wrote, my other hand squeezing. Man, this man, he's one-handed typing? You fucking nerd, you nerd. Only fucking nerds write with one hand. Ew! Ew!